guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another speed build. Part of this might look rather familiar to some of you guys because this is my attempt at completing my own shell challenge. So if you're not aware, maybe a week or so ago, I posted this really funky shaped room on the gallery, and I posted a video about it, basically asking you guys to turn it into something, and I'm going to be touring some of those. And when this posts, the deadline has already passed. So sometime in the next week or so, I will have a video out touring a selection of those builds. But in the meantime, I got a lot of requests for me to complete it myself. So I thought I would do that. So you saw at the beginning me building the shell, which is what I built and posted on the gallery. And then like maybe a few days later, I sat down and decided to try and convert this into a house. And I ended up making it into a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house coming in at around 100,000 simoleons. And it was a family home. I didn't try and be overly creative and do something funky with it because it's been a while since I've done a family home. I feel like I do a lot of, more interesting builds lately. Like the last thing I uploaded on the channel was a Hobbit house, which was so much fun. And I have been really enjoying doing that kind of stuff. But I do want to do some more family homes in the near future because I know that fits a lot of people's play style. I know I do too many tiny homes sometimes, but that is where my passion is at. So there'll definitely still be a combination, but I want to do a couple more family homes as we get closer to the holiday season because I know those are really nice to play in when you're playing in winter in game and like Father Christmas comes to see your kids and like give them presents, and it's just cute. I guess that's how I like to play this time of year. So I don't know. Anyway, long story short, this is a family home, and I really enjoyed roofing this. Actually, I was talking to one of my friends who completed this build challenge, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm starting on it now. And she's like, good luck on the roof. And then I just like immediately put it together. I don't know. I really enjoy roofing. And I know that's a very unpopular opinion in the Sims community, but that's one of my favorite things. I love roofing. I love landscaping. Floor plans can be kind of frustrating sometimes, but I don't dislike them. But I really, really enjoy roofing. I don't know why, though. It's just fun. It's probably similar to why I like tiny houses. It's just kind of a puzzle making it work. But I'm pretty happy with how the roofing on this house came out. Let me know what you guys think about it. And here we are trying to figure out the landscaping because one of the rules about this challenge, or about this build, was that you couldn't delete or move the existing walls or delete or remove the 2 existing items, one of which is that tree, that really tall, skinny one, front and center in the screen right now. And then the other is there's a bookcase inside and you could not move it. So you had to build around it and leave it there. So I'm excited to see what everybody did about that, if they were somehow creative with it and like combined it with other objects. If they just made sure that was an office space, maybe you put a TV on it. I don't know. I'm really excited to check those out. Like I said, that will be sometime in the next week. I will be doing that. So very, very excited to check them all out. But anyway, we are pretty much finished with the little landscaped corner up here in the front of the house. I framed it out with rocks. And I really like how it came out because I didn't use a bunch of flowers. It was pretty much all greenery. And I don't do that very often. I usually combine flowers and greenery. But I really enjoyed just the green look on the outside of this house. And then the couple of flowers that are in flower boxes and vines and stuff are all yellow. And I used a decent amount of yellow accents on the interior as well. And I just thought that was a really fun color scheme. Anyway, we're going to continue on the landscaping, which takes a while. I do quite a bit of it. I do the entire backyard and everything before we go to the interior of the house. So while that is all happening on screen, I wanted to ask you guys whether you celebrate the holiday, if you're in the United States or not, how your weekend was. I know in the US, where I live, this past week and weekend was Thanksgiving, and everyone was spending time with their loved ones, eating a lot of good food. And then there was Black Friday, which I understand is most places, and online, of course, for online shopping. So did anyone get any fun deals? Did you go shopping? Any crazy stories about people acting not great because of trying to get something for really cheap? Very curious to hear that. I always, I don't know why that's so interesting to me, but it is. And I think Black Friday shopping is pretty fun. I did a little bit. Because I needed to get some Christmas shopping done. So that was really, really fun. And yeah. Oh, speaking of like Black Friday sales, Cyber Monday sales, If you guys didn't know, earlier this year I launched merch for the channel, a combination of like animals with plumb bobs as well as the squish, if you're a fan of the squish. And I have it on sale right now for Cyber Monday. It's like 20% off. So if you're interested in that, I'll have a link down below. But anyway, don't want to talk about that for too long. I always feel awkward. I never mention the merch because I don't know. Like, if you guys are interested, that's amazing. But like, it's never a pressure thing. Like, you never need to spend money whatsoever on anything related to the channel. I feel awkward mentioning it sometimes, but it was something that was highly requested earlier in the year, so I did put it out, and I worked with one of my friends who is a fantastically talented artist to design these really cute designs, so I hope you guys like them. But anyway, that's enough about that. We are figuring out this little corner, more landscaping, of course, and a toddler pool, which meant I had to add a toddler inside. I mean, I didn't have to, because your Sims can just kind of lay around and lounge in that pool, but every time I add one, I feel like I have to add a toddler room on the interior as well. We're finally almost done with landscaping. Just a little bit more. And then we're going to try and figure out the floor plan, which I think, if I'm remembering correctly, did not come together very quickly. It was frustrating, and working around the bookcase was a struggle. Thank you to myself for making that rule. I definitely understand the challenge behind that now. So it's really fun because, like, I didn't have a house in mind when I made the shell. I just kind of made a weird shape, and I was like, here you go, guys, because I wanted it to be challenging and fun and come out with a bunch of different, very unique houses or unique buildings, depending on what you guys went with. And doing it for myself, I was just like, this is kind of fun because this is not a shape I would have ever picked to create a house with. But since I just kind of randomly drew out those walls and tried to make it look kind of like a strange shape and a challenging shape, I did end up with this, which I really, really enjoyed. I don't know. I feel like I might do this again at some point in the future where I just draw out a random shape and then I'm like, okay, this is how I'm building a house, and just work with it, because I really like how this came out. Let me know if you guys, anyone that did this shell challenge, if you were very challenged, like, was this really frustrating, the shape of it, or did you enjoy the weird shape of the house? Definitely curious to find out, because I know when I posted it, I did get some comments about how it was a really weird shape and they didn't know what they were going to do. And I was like, yeah, that's why I wanted to do it. And I really enjoyed it. So I'm curious to see if you guys did as well. But anyway, we're finally working on the decorations on the interior. And this is the kitchen area. When you first walk in, you're kind of in a little hallway and it leads directly into the kitchen and the dining space. I really like the floor plan of this house. I feel like it's cozy, but there's still a lot of space in the house. So I really liked that as well. You could definitely have a pretty decent sized family here. I did decorate it so you could have like 3 kids in this house. I was thinking a teenager, a kid, and a toddler. So probably like 5 Sims. Although if I added pet stuff, more stuff, I think I added pet things. Maybe not. But that's something you can always add if you download this house. And it should be available on the Sims 4 gallery if you search Gryphi or the hashtag MsGryphi. It'll also be under the hashtag MsGryphi 100K shell because that's what it's based off of. And I'm just really excited about this because I had so much fun, and probably shortly after I finish recording this, I'm going to start going in through those builds because for me, I'm recording this the night before you guys are seeing it, and the deadline is in 13 minutes, so I'm going to be checking them out soon, and I'm very, very excited. I mean, I took a sneaky peek earlier and just scrolled a little bit, and I'm already very impressed, and there's so many entries. So it's going to be really hard to go through everything and pick which ones I want to show off. I don't know exactly how many. I'm kind of aiming for 10, but it'll probably be in the 7 to 10 range that I like fully show off ones on the channel in that video. I'm just really excited, and I just love going through your builds. Whenever I've done squish tours, those are so much fun. Like, checking out how talented the community is. And that'll be out soon too. I'm a little bit behind with those videos because they take a very long time to do, and the holidays just happened and a couple other things. But that should be out within the next couple of days. And then sometime next week, I should have the 100K shell challenge video out as well. But I just talked over decorating the dining room. I used the rounded table from Jungle Adventure, which I really, really liked. And lots of yellow accents. I love those curtains that came with Island Living. I think they worked really well in this space, and I feel like I never use those outside of Sulani, but they're so pretty. So I was very excited to use those in this dining room. And now we are into the living room. I was trying to make a TV unit with these cabinets, and I fiddled with it for quite a long time, but I figured it out eventually. It just wasn't working out the way I was thinking at first, and yeah, but it ends up similar to what we have now, but not exactly. I think we moved the bookcase back over so it's not attempting to be snug up to that TV. And then I used the new furniture that came with Discover University. I keep wanting to call it University Life because that's the name of the expansion for The Sims 3. Oh, goodness. Discover University. I really enjoyed this because I feel like this whole house is a mixture of styles. It's like more updated, but it has a couple of older pieces in it. And I thought these were really fun and had that yellow swatch. So enjoyed that for sure because definite strong yellow accent color throughout this house. And I really enjoyed using this coffee table as well. I think it's super pretty. Is that one from Laundry Day? Maybe not. I want to say it's from Laundry Day. It could be from Seasons. I don't think it's from Seasons though. I think it's from Laundry Day. Oh goodness. I'm like, what square coffee tables do we have? I don't know, but I really like that one. I feel like it worked really well. And whenever I put those giant square coffee tables, I always think of how those would be the perfect height for toddlers to play on. I mean, there's no toys that they really play on a table with. And although sometimes I add the arts and crafts supplies on that table, and I think I might have done that in this build a little bit later on. But I always think about that. I'm like, there's toddlers in this house. Like, I should have this giant coffee table that they can sit on the floor and draw on. And, well, hopefully not on the table, like hopefully on some paper. But I mean, it's toddlers. They're going to throw paint all over the floor. They're going to throw chocolate syrup all over the floor. Toddlers in this game are so frustrating. Oh my goodness. But it's still kind of nice. It's really nice that we have them. I was about to say it's kind of nice that we have them, I guess. But oh my gosh, like the day we got toddlers, that big surprise was so amazing. I feel like nothing is compared since. There's been some like really big drops, like configurable stairs was really cool. I feel like there's been a couple of other things. Oh, terrain announced was crazy because they didn't even say anything about it. They just didn't acknowledge it. It was just going on in the background, and that was hilarious. But I feel like we just haven't had as big of an announce as toddlers. I'm hoping we will. I'm still hoping for cars, and I know a lot of people don't really care or don't want them, but still hoping. I mean, the Sims 20th anniversary is coming up in a couple of months, so I don't know. Maybe that would be a good opportunity. Just hint, Sims team. I mean, I doubt anyone's watching this, but like, hint, we want cars. I mean, they know that. They so know that. Like, wait, this community has been so loud about wanting cars and improved babies. Oh, that's another hint. Yeah, take that one too. I'd be happy with either or both. I'd prefer both, but like, either is fine, but I'd prefer both. Sorry for that ASMR. I don't know why I whispered that. But that's okay. Anyway, we are finishing up the hallway here, adding a little mirror and then heading into the bedrooms. So the first bedroom we do is a shared bedroom between a toddler and a child. It's very purple in here. I thought about painting all the walls purple, but I thought it was way too much. It's a little overpowering, especially that dark purple that I selected because I don't really like the really bright swatches. So when I do use a purple wall, it's usually that one because the other ones I think are a little bit too in your face. And I just don't like them. But anyway, I also used this little carriage bed for the toddlers. I think it might be one of my favorite toddler beds. I really like the one that looks more like a regular bed, but it's just tiny. But of these more stylized beds, I like this one better than the one that matches the set from Kids Room Stuff. I think that's, or is it Base Game? There's one that matches a set. I'm not sure what pack it is. But anyway, I like this one more. And then adding this little closet as well. Is that closet from City Living? I'm not really sure, but I really do enjoy that one. I think it looks so nice in kids' rooms and in like dorm rooms and stuff, which I've been doing a lot of lately. Although I think I'm going to take a break from those for a bit. But of course, if you guys still have any dorm suggestions, feel free to leave those down below. And I will eventually do some more dorm rooms because they are so much fun. I've always enjoyed dorm rooms. I used to do like a whole series on, back when I used to stream here on YouTube a lot, I used to do a ton of dorm room renovations. They were so much fun. Obviously, we didn't actually have dorms, but I made a lot of them anyway. And speaking of streaming, I've been meaning to get back to it for a while now, and I'm hoping don't hold me to this, but I am hoping to be back to streaming in January sometime over on my Twitch channel. I believe that's linked up below, and if it's not, I'll add it. So if you guys would like to head on over there and give that a little follow, that'd be great, because I should be streaming sometime in January, starting it back up again. I really miss streaming. It's just been kind of a crazy year, and I haven't had as much time, but I'm excited to get back to it. And of course, you can also follow just on here. I'll probably be posting on my community tab when I go live in January, and on Twitter as well. I'm super active on Twitter if you're not following me there already. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm just talking about everything. I'm very excited about the new year. I'm excited for the holidays. Like, everything's happening, and this has been such a crazy year overall. So, I'm just rambling at this point, but a lot of you guys told me you like that about my videos, so that's good. But anyway, this room is almost done. I did combine 2 of these beds from university. I think they're really cute. This green swatch is really fun, and I did obviously imagine there was a teenager in this room, as I mentioned earlier. I thought there would be 3 kids, and I just really like this room. It's so bright and happy, and a little bit different than some of the rooms I typically do. I don't usually use like lime green as a main color in a bedroom, but I do use it as the main color on my channel, so it was only a matter of time. But I struggled figuring out what rug to use in that room. I changed it so many times, and we settled on that one from bowling night stuff. And now we're in the master bedroom, which is like really neutral, and so me, because every master bedroom I ever do in a build is neutral. So yeah, I still haven't figured that one out. Maybe that'll be a goal for 2020, because I've been saying for years that I'm going to stop making master bedrooms so boring, but I'm still doing it. So, 2020 goals, that's the plan. That's my New Year's resolution, I suppose. But we're just figuring, yep, that was a word. We're just figuring out some decorations for the walls in here. I just added some basic photos and paintings, but I really like how it came out, because I like neutral things like that. I don't know if that makes me super boring or not, but I think it looks nice and put together, and I enjoy that. But we are into the first of 2 bathrooms, and we have laundry in here, so you definitely can use laundry on this lot, and it's fully functional. And then we actually included both bathrooms in this footage. I didn't cut the other one out, but it's much smaller, and I believe it is an ensuite for the master. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah, we're just going to be moving on to that here in a minute after we finish figuring out what fixtures and stuff we want in the bathroom here. Once again, super neutral, just neutral galore. And then this is the ensuite bathroom. But anyway, we are coming to the end of the video. Sorry for this rambly voiceover. I feel like it's been a minute since I've done one because of the holidays, but that's okay. Hopefully you guys didn't mind. But if you guys liked this video, it would help me out so much if you would give it a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would love to have you guys join us. And if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.